Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, Nerd Mode On, and welcome to recap a video series where I'll be going over what has been occurring over the last week and just talk with you guys about things that you can be expecting in future episodes. So with that said and done, let's jump right into the episode, shall we? So of course, starting things off on the YouTube front, things have actually been working out very well. I'm satisfied by the performance of the videos, as well as many of you guys seem to really be enjoying the new series that has come to light on my channel. Now of course, we have all the existing series that have been doing very well by themselves, and many of you guys really seem to enjoy the ones that are still carrying on even to this day, which I thoroughly appreciate. I'm glad that you guys enjoy them, and I think they're pretty good when it comes down to it, especially these last couple of weeks. I've been putting a lot of extra effort into them to make them a lot more perfected, as well as a lot more enhanced when it comes down to the main gist of it. Now, of course, this week was the first episode of a new series called Battle Reports, which is basically the same as Sniper Sundays in some accounts, but I'm using different weapons. I'm using stuff like assault rifles, carbines, LMGs, and other weapons that are in the game. Instead of focusing heavily on sniper rifles and giving them all the love when it comes down to it, I figured it'd be pretty nice to kind of cover some of the other weapons in Battlefield 4 and just kind of talk about why players really enjoy these weapons, or maybe why they don't enjoy these weapons from a statistics standpoint. I think that's definitely very nice to be able to indulge into the numbers and really see why players are tending more towards this weapon or not this weapon, and overall just kind of showcase the weapon by itself with a statistic manner involved. But when it comes down to the main gist of it, everything's been going very well on the YouTube side of things, and I'm very satisfied by the performance of most of the videos that have been associated with my channel this week, so that's definitely something to be very happy about. So of course, talking a little bit about the gaming side of things, I haven't really been playing a ton of Battlefield 4 the last couple of days because I've had a lot on my mind. But of course, when I do have some time and I really want to sit down and really indulge myself into the online setting, or maybe some single player games along the way, I have definitely been doing that, and this last week I've been playing a little bit of The Walking Dead. I tried streaming it, which I was satisfied by the overall quality that was presented. If you guys don't know, I have a streaming channel on Twitch. I don't use it maybe as much as I should, but I've been trying to get into it. It's just a little bit more of trying to figure out what's all going on screen and trying to find a middle gap that is good for quality purposes as well as performance purposes. So definitely if you're interested in that kind of stuff, I stream occasionally, but it's maybe not as consistent as I should. But hopefully that'll be changing here soon. Hopefully I'll just find new interest into it and jump right in there with both feet forward and just kind of really enjoy the overall theme of it. But at the moment I have quite a bit of work to kind of build that up and try to get an idea of what's all going on. So be patient with me if you do happen to follow the channel by itself or anything of the assortment. But of course, I have been playing a little bit of Battlefield 4. That was probably earlier in the week, but by itself, that's still consistent with what I've been doing, and I'm definitely very happy about it. I definitely need to get in there and get some more games, considering that I'm getting a little low on recording sessions, which is unfortunate, but it's really not that difficult to kind of restockpile that back up. So I'm not too worried there, especially when it comes down to the main gist of it. But on the side, I have been looking at Steam to see if there's any good games that are currently on sale right now or anything that's really interesting. I know a lot of people picked up Watch Dogs and Wolfenstein a couple of weeks ago and all that good stuff, but that just didn't quite look down my road. You know, if I wanted a single player only experience, I would probably go play single player games a lot more. Not that there's anything wrong with those games. I'm sure they're absolutely amazing by themselves, even though I've heard Watch Dogs is pretty messed up on the PC side of things, so I guess I dodged a bullet with that one. But of course, if you're playing on console, everything seems to be pretty consistent. I haven't been hearing a whole lot of complaints about it, so overall, hopefully that's kind of consistent. But of course, when it comes down to it, I've been looking at some games from my childhood, and they're definitely games that I would love to bring to the channel, but it's a little different than you guys would imagine. They're not games that are categorized as FPS shooters. And I really enjoyed strategy games when I was a lot younger. You know, I still enjoy them today. These are probably still a couple of my favorite games probably ever made, especially for the PC side of things. And they are known as the Stronghold series. May that be the Stronghold Crusader or anything of the equivalency. I have always loved the Stronghold franchise by itself. It's definitely awesome. I was huge into Knights and Castles when I was little. You know, I used to draw them and all that fun stuff, especially when you have the mind that I did. I always really enjoyed drawing. It was definitely something that is unfortunate that I don't do enough these days, but by itself, I still have the creative mind, I guess you can go along with, and all that good stuff. So I guess I'm pretty satisfied by that. But that's definitely something I would like to do. I've been kind of pushing it onto my friends to see if they'll buy it. If they buy it, I would really like to play that game with a couple of friends, you know, maybe play like a free-for-all setting, you know, maybe get 3 or 4 guys all together and just kind of go at it and see how much fun that would be to watch, considering that there are not turns. You just kind of build as quick as you can, assemble an army, and make everybody happy, and then you just kind of go to war. And I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think it would have some mystery raids in there, and we could just kind of do a lot of fun stuff, especially with the series by itself. they've been building that up for many years now. I mean, they add new features in almost every single installation, graphics get better, all that good stuff that comes along with those kind of strategy games, and I'm really interested in that kind of stuff. I've been watching some other YouTubers do their collaboration videos of the equivalency like I'm talking about, and I've been really enjoying them. Granted, the games that they've been playing, I don't know a whole lot about, so it's a little out of my sector, but I can still kind of focus on it, try to get the main gist of what's going on, and I think it'd be a lot of fun to watch, but it's just really dependent on how everything goes about it, and there would be some audio issues. Unfortunately, not all my friends have the best microphones, or they have background noise and stuff like that, so that would definitely be something that I would have to try to work out, but I feel like it really wouldn't be that bad, and I think I could probably really enhance the video by putting a little bit of time down on the computer and really trying to get things going. But anyway, that's kind of all I've been really doing, especially in the gaming sense. Not a whole lot of great things there, but a lot of fun things that hopefully will come in the works soon. And finally, talking a little bit about what's been going on in real life. Now, many of you guys know that I got a job a couple of weeks ago, and that's definitely been pretty awesome by itself. I was really excited about it, and then all that good stuff that comes along with it. Of course, you make money, you get out of the house, which in today's standards probably isn't too bad of a thing considering that we are tech savvy beyond comparison. But of course, I did start my first day of work on Wednesday. I went in there basically just to kind of finalize some paperwork and sit down and kind of talk with the manager, kind of meet the whole crew and everything that comes along with that. So kind of like a basic first day of school, which is probably not the worst thing. I mean, I definitely got paid for it, which is always good. I think that's definitely a pretty good thing that comes associated with orientation and that kind of stuff. And then, of course, the next day they had me scheduled for 6 a.m. And that was definitely a little different. I've never really woke up at like 5 o'clock to go to work. I mean, I've had jobs where I've woken up at like 3 or 2 a.m., but you kind of go to bed really early in the day. And that was definitely something that I wasn't exactly used to. I woke up extremely tired, even though I probably got like 8 or 9 hours of sleep by itself. So it didn't really make a whole lot of sense to why I was exhausted. But I went in there, trucked through the day. It really wasn't exactly what I thought, but I'm a cashier. That's kind of what I'll be doing. They had me doing stocking and stuff that I'll probably even do just once a week. So I'm not too mad about that. I imagine here in the next couple of days when I start actually doing what I've been employed for, which will definitely be a lot better, especially for the cashiering standpoint, considering that I think being able to socialize with a customer and being able to just kind of see what's going on in their day is a little bit more interesting than kind of being the quiet guy that walks down the alley to put stuff on a shelf. Don't get me wrong, it has its merits, but it's definitely no exciting career or anything of the equivalency. So hopefully that won't be something I do a whole lot of. That's not really what I'm interested in. That's definitely not what I applied for by any account. So I guess we'll just kind of have to see how this works out. But I'm excited, I'm pretty satisfied, and I look forward to my first paycheck, which should be coming soon. So that'll definitely be nice by itself. Now, of course, talking a little bit outside of that, I haven't really been doing a whole lot, which isn't really too surprising if you guys have been watching Recap for quite some time. I've been making you guys a lot of videos, which I think is quite a bit. Now, of course, I don't upload multiple times a day in most cases, but you guys usually get a video a day, which I find to be pretty good. You guys get it in beautiful 4K quality, which I personally think is the only way to do YouTube right these days, and stuff like that. But of course, I'm interested to see how you guys have been perceiving it, considering that many of you guys watch almost every video, which I always appreciate. But of course, when it comes down to it, that's pretty much all that's been going on in my life at the moment. Of course, good things are on the horizon, and many things can change in the next week. So I look forward to hopefully seeing the advancements and changes that come along with it. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Recap, and I'll see you guys in the next installation. And this is NMO, and I'm going to be signing out, guys. Peace.